Good
Hello,
morning.
ladies.
Morning, lovely ladies. How are we? How are we?
We're doing fantastic. It's so nice to see your faces.
No,
Yes, it
say
has been
it's
a
definitely
while.
warmer than it has been out. It's sunny, it's warm, so that's positive. Woohoo!
Ew.
Looking
Yeah, it
forward.
was
It is
68,
positive.
68 yesterday, and we went outside.
Oh, well,
Kids
it's
were
been a hot
thrilled.
minute since we've been together, so are we
Yep,
ready?
Let's go.
we're
Let's do
ready.
this.
Okay,
We're
so we
ready.
are Women Talk Fierce, three women, three stages of life, motherhood, and business. A roller coaster of laugh, lessons, and loud opinions that just might turn into, are you ready? A true crime podcast. We'll see who
Yeah.
Indeed.
started this week. So far, I
Indeed.
can't see. I know I made it without stumbling. Look at that. And we'll look to see who that will be today.
I don't know that it's going to be any of us. We all seem a little bit
I
chipper
think we're
and
chill. I
I,
think
I
we're
will
chill
say that
today.
I did like a 10-minute shower. Have you ever done one of those where you're on the computer working and go,
Yep.
oh crap?
I get a 15-minute shower every night.
I
Okay.
start, I actually only, when kids were younger, I literally would pop in and pop out of the shower. It was like, okay, I just got to get everything clean and I'm out.
yep.
So
Yeah.
I'm able to at least take more than a 10-minute shower, but poor planning on my part this morning. But our topic today, speaking of poor planning, is productivity or panic. Oh, I think I live
Love
on
this
both of these at
topic.
times, at times, at times.
Yeah.
So let's be some real honest chat around here. So I know I've got a lot of new projects going on, and it's right now in the crust or the crux or whatever you want to call it, as far as getting them off the ground.
Yes.
So which is very fun and exciting, but very time consuming. And I do work for other people along with marketing and so on and so forth. So it is definitely a juggling act right now. I don't feel I've had to deal this kind of juggling for a very long time. So it's exciting and it's panicky. So I am looking forward to seeing where you ladies are. And I'm going to start with, look at that. Kira's just nodding her head. So let's go ahead
Mhm.
and start with Kira. She's ready to go.
Yeah.
Kira, question we're going to start with today is how do you tell if you're working hard or just spiraling through spreadsheets?
Well, the
Or
finish
like
line.
I like to say, just having a hobby.
Yeah. Well, really the finish line, to be honest, because kind of like you, Tammy, I always have a lot of projects going on, not always for myself, sometimes for other people. But one thing that I have come to realize that I have to have an end goal. If there is not an
Yeah.
end goal, then we are just doing busy work and it is not productive at all. And so I've come to where every morning I write down what is that end goal for whatever it is I'm working on
That
that day.
day.
hmm
Yeah,
It
love it.
has to be
Love it.
I
Love
have to
it.
reach that end goal because otherwise I am not feeling productive. I feel like I'm just on a hamster wheel and I don't want to do that.
No, I will
I,
say I have over the years, I actually have a calendar and it is daily what I'm supposed to accomplish. Now,
yeah,
I'm okay if it's gotten busy to carry it over, but that needs to be done.
it
So
needs to
I'm
be
with
done.
you
Yeah.
on writing it down and seeing it. And if I don't see it, I'm literally going, oh crap, I know I was
Yeah.
supposed to
Things
do
are slipping through the
something.
cracks. And so there are, like right now, I'm probably in a less busy season than I was this time last year. And so I have time to work on things and to get organized. And so right now it's more like, okay, where is this on the priority list?
Right.
And where am I placing it? And so I think for me, as long as I have a end, then I'm okay. But if it is just like spitting things and a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff coming
If
at
there's
me,
no framework, if there's no kind of,
yeah,
beginning, middle, and end.
there has to be. Yes.
I agree. I agree. Okay. How about you, Nikki?
Well, the project manager in me has to have everything mapped out, but I do make sure like I have a goal throughout the week. So, for instance, because they're with little kids, sometimes you just have to put stuff up for the day. There's no way around it. But I do like to have, okay, my goal for today is to spend 30 minutes on socials or have a project planned out for a client. And I'm like, okay, by the end of the day, I want to get through phase one or I want to get through to this point. So I know what task I have to do, and I like to lay all those out under each phase because if I
Mhm.
do need to get up and go help a kid do something, or I need to go run an errand, or I got to go to a doctor's appointment, I know exactly where I left off.
Mhm.
So that's where I'm at. And
Where do you find the accountable system comes, or do you find an
Yeah,
accountability
yeah.
system comes in?
I have had to make it a habit for the accountability. So it's just like I tell my clients that come to me and that, well, I have all of this stuff, but I never use it. Well, you got to make it a habit, just like drinking water, going for a run every morning, working out, doing something for yourself every day if it's self-care. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm always perfect at it, but it is helpful to have everything mapped out in one place and I can stop, start when I need to. And I know
Right.
exactly what I need to get done.
I'll be
Okay.
completely honest. My self-consciousness, like, is my accountability. I will
Yeah.
feel my guilty conscious brother is my accountability. I
So you're
cannot,
ruled by guilt, huh? Okay.
I I feel like if I'm gonna tell you something, I'm gonna do that thing. I need to follow through because I want that, right?
Right.
Like I want that for myself. And people a lot of times are paying really good money for these things.
Right.
Yeah.
Really good money.
Right.
So we're kind of, and oftentimes not even bringing money in themselves. So I feel like having that, it's like, okay, I've got to just get this thing done, even if I'm not feeling 100%, even no matter what, just get this thing done.
Well,
Just
that's a
get
good
it
point
done.
because you work with a lot of people who are kind of starting up and getting different projects going. So that's kind of what you guys do as,
Yeah.
Yeah,
as, I'm a little bit on the flip side, but I met you guys through this whole process of me starting new projects anyways.
you
So
did.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I do think having the accountability does make a difference. I think I'm
Yeah.
my worst critic though. So I literally will have, and I think it's just habit, playing in my mind. Okay, you're up at 3, you're running at 3:30, you get back, you have this meditation to do, you then have to get right on to link. So I kind of have that almost like Nikki was talking about.
Routine.
It's a routine and it's one that
Mhm.
took a hot minute to get established. But once you establish it, it just becomes push, play, repeat. And I can
Right.
tell I can tell even if I forgot to read or if I forgot the meditation because it's thrown me off a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's how I've been lately too. Well, because I've been doing this nightly Bible study. I don't know if you guys know Lisa Turkhurst, but I love her.
oh,
Um,
great.
she's awesome. She owns Proverbs 31. It's like the encouragement for women site,
Okay.
whatever. But she has these Bible studies that I do. And if I miss a night, I
Yeah, you
feel
feel it.
off.
Yeah,
I
that's what I said.
feel, yeah, like
Yeah.
that's my time to fill my cup, right?
Same
So I
thing.
feel,
That's when I
yeah,
get my run, and then I come back and do a
Yeah.
couple other things. And if I don't do that, I feel sluggish and kind of it's hard to engage. I would say to
yeah,
just start, it's a little bit harder for me.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so nothing really awful there. Now, the next question is, how does burnout actually, and gosh, everybody talks about burnout, but not really what burnout is. So let me kind of get through that. What does burnout actually look like for you? And everybody may see
Mhm.
burnout different. I see it as okay, I do go, I have several projects going on and I'm working on I'm inspired by a lot of them, so I'm not burnt out with them.
Yeah.
What I do find is I get burnt out I think when a lot of other stuff is thrown on. And then the
Mhm.
balls that
Mhm.
I'm juggling, they begin to compound in air.
Right. So then, of course, then you have to prioritize.
Exactly. I'm dropping a few balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of what I see burnout. It's like trying to grab everything when you really should be just kind of right here in front of you.
Yeah.
So I know that's almost self-induced. How about you guys? Nikki, go ahead, shoot it out.
I
I
think
know the face.
last fall was really, I think, my perfect example of my burnout because I had way too many clients. I had way too much stuff going on. I mean, what are you doing working all these crazy hours? I was having to work all during the day when I could, work during the night, get up early. And I was at the office 2 days a week. Like, I'm just like grabbing at whatever I could, like you're saying, Tammy. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know what to do first. I don't know what to do next. Oh my gosh, they're blowing up Slack. Oh my gosh, they're blowing up my email. And I had like 5 to 7 clients at the time, plus doing our passion project, plus doing my own thing. And ooh,
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a
it
lot.
was rough.
And
And
that's
then
where I
when,
think burnout really engages. It's just when like
yes,
I said, when you have so much going on and you're normal, it's okay. And you're normally pretty busy. But when you throw other balls in there and you're trying to juggle them all,
Yeah.
yes. And then I could feel it in my chest.
it's
Like
anxiety.
I'm
That's the
not one to
anxiety that
have like
comes with it.
panic
Yeah.
attacks or anything, but I could just feel like I could not breathe.
Yeah.
I was so, oh my gosh, I have 4 meetings today. I have to squeeze in this. Okay, by the time I do all that, I got to go pick up the kids, got to go to the grocery store, got to do this, got to do that.
And I do think anxiety can come in those situations.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
think
1000%.
for sure. I think you need the tools to be able to cope with them. And over the years, I've gotten the tools or I've acquired the
Mhm.
tools, but it's still a hot minute when you're going, okay, breathe. That next, come
Yeah.
on, it's fine.
It's like, oh my gosh, I cannot breathe. I
Mhm.
cannot breathe whatsoever.
How about you,
And
Kira?
I think for me it is anxiety, but it's more than that. Like my entire body has a reaction. My nervous system is completely frazzled when I'm in burnout, and it's not just when I've taken on too much. It's when people are expecting too much of me too, and I
yeah,
can feel it and I have this I shut down.
Yeah.
yeah.
I shut down and I'm frustrated and I'm angry and I hate my business.
Kira, do you
And
just like tuck your tail and
yeah, so
you just
sometimes I
turn?
do. Like sometimes
Yeah.
my messages, I'm like, I can't even look at my messages because I'm just so overwhelmed with the amount of stuff.
Overwhelmed. That's a good word to put that I
It's
think works
complete
well with
overwhelm.
burnout. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's
it
more of what
is.
it is.
It's complete overwhelm. And so last year in March, I was in overwhelm and I kept saying, so I had a client who was a freaking dream client, really. They because the pay, right? It was a
Right,
dream
right,
pay.
right, 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 right.
But the work, the alignment was not dream alignment. And so I kept saying, I either need to go full time here or I can't keep up with this load. I like it had to be
Gotcha.
one or the other. And I realized that. And what I also realized is that I had neglected my business.
Mhm.
So when I'm in burnout because of all the stuff coming at me, the first thing I put aside is my own business. And that has become a pattern. And I need to not do that because when I put my business aside is when I hate it.
And it's like when
Yeah.
it's playing catch up almost. It's like,
It
okay,
is.
well, let me get back to me. And now I'm playing catch up.
Yeah.
So.
Constant. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, like I said, I do think we all deal with it in a different way, but it's funny that you guys mentioned the nervous system and the anxiety because I really do think that rolls in with being overwhelmed and burnout. And I do think it really is important to acquire those tools. And those tools can be, I want to say anything. They can be
Yeah.
watching a TV show. I always found when I was in those moods, either go for a run, take a break, get up, walk away, put on a comedy, anything to shift myself. So
Yeah.
I think everybody's tools are different, but I think having the tools is a big help.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I've been utilizing some that I didn't even
You know,
really
you
know
had?
that I hadn't, that I really didn't know that I even cared to, like binge watching these like people
Yeah.
investigate things. And I'm
Right.
like, oh, this is really cathartic, even though the topics are really dark, but this is really cathartic.
See, I'm the opposite. See, I need, because I feel my life is so heavy when it comes to work.
Yeah, yeah.
So heavy that in a good way, but it's still heavy. So I end up binge watching what just came out. Oh my gosh, it was in the 80s. Oh, The Burbs. I
Oh, I
binged
haven't
that the
seen.
whole
Haven't seen that.
Okay, writing down the birds. We're going for
Well,
it.
I love the original Burbs, so I was all on when they were having
Did you guys
a
watch
remake.
Bridgerton yet?
It
Have you
was
guys
with
watched?
Yes.
Yeah, have you watched Bridgerton? Oh my gosh,
The
I can't
first
wait for the
part.
rest of it. Yes, I'm so
The
excited.
first
Like,
part.
please come out. We've got 12 more days for
I
for the next
know.
part. Please come out.
It's so good. So
It's
good.
so good.
All right, we have one last question. Who calls you out when you start losing your mind?
Tammy.
I was gonna say, can't use
Literally
my
only
name.
Tammy.
I literally was gonna follow up with can't use my name.
But you're literally the only person who is like, get your shit together. And I'm like, okay, yes, you're right.
I have a habit of telling people to get their shit together.
Yeah.
But I expect the same from me. And like I said, I think I expect more from myself than anybody else. And I'm harder on myself than anybody else, I think. But
Yeah.
in a good way, in a way that keeps me motivated and going. Because if I find I am not, I think it loses that sense of accountability. I will say the older I get, I find myself putting more sticky notes everywhere because I can't remember
I
necessarily.
have no idea what you're talking
Exactly. I was literally watching a movie with my husband last night, and all of a sudden there was a scene in the movie where the guy had gone away for the weekend and the wife had put sticky notes everywhere. My husband just started laughing. I'm like, nope,
Shut up.
nope.
I had one forever right on my laptop, and I remember opening it like 3 weeks ago, and I looked at the note and I thought, what does that even mean? And it was sitting there forever, probably a year. And I thought, why did I even write that? No
Oh my
idea.
gosh.
How about you, Nikki?
Oh, my
Who calls you
husband.
out?
Does
My
he?
Nobody?
husband.
Do you need me to start? No.
Her husband. Her
No, my
husband.
husband does. And
But
he has not one
that's a
clue what
fine
goes
line.
on here.
So I'm
Not
saying that's a
one.
fine line. Do you find more relationship versus business? Because I think
No,
it's a fine line to have your husband tell you what to do in
because
business.
he sees when he gets home, you can just see it on my face. He's
It's
like,
funny.
you need to, you need to take a break. Like you need to take a break.
I think my husband's scared to tell me.
Take a break.
I think he's scared to tell me
And
anything,
my
like,
husband's like, hope
Because
he
he
knows there's
sees
no
that I take
point.
it,
yeah, that's
because he
exactly, I
sees
think
that
Ryan
I
does the
start
same
taking
thing.
it out on them first. And he's like,
Oh,
because he knows what I was before I started my business and what, so he sees it. Because, and I also tell him, like, oh my gosh, I have so much work to do. I've got to get this client stuff done. I need to get this client. I onboarded a new client. I offboarded this one. So I do tell him that stuff, but he doesn't know exactly what every single thing that I do. But he can tell me, he's like, you need to take a break.
mm, hmm. See, I think Ryan knows that if he told me, I wouldn't. So I don't think he bothers. I don't think he bothers.
I'm
He
like, you
knows
don't
that, like,
understand.
I am going to do whatever it takes. Just leave me be, leave me be. So he's
Yeah,
probably
I
a little
think
bit
that's
afraid that I'll.
probably how my husband
Yeah.
rolls too. But on the flip side, now in the businesses I've done, several of them have been with him, and that's
Yes.
a
Yeah.
whole. We'll have to do a whole other topic on that. But
Yes.
what I will say is, after 20 years, you pretty much can kind of see where that you can immediately tell where that person
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And we were pretty big on disagreements. We would have disagreements, but here's the thing. I don't know how we pulled it off. We would come home and let it go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we may be a little bit, but it was just let go because
You
we
didn't
knew,
bring work home.
yeah, it was just business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
I think that's probably just over time, but
And I think even now, because I had a very, I don't want to call them a toxic client, but a very unaligned client that I had for years. I
Um,
had them from the, Kira knows who I'm talking about.
uh-huh.
I had them from the very beginning of when I started my business, and they were, now that I'm no longer working with them, they were a huge
weight off your back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
weight. So
Yeah.
now I can be better about like boundaries, and I'm better about who I take on and who I don't.
Well, you kind of have to be.
Yeah, because that's
I
Yeah, so I
mean,
think that's been so much better with,
yeah, you
when you're
have to
working
be
with someone, it's almost
100%.
like a partnership. And if you
It
can
is.
enjoy that person,
yeah,
I really, maybe I shouldn't be, but I don't work with, I choose and pick who I want to work with very,
Yeah,
very
Me
I
too.
carefully.
do now
Me too.
for
Now,
sure.
yeah, now I do. I'm very, very picky, and it's probably a bad thing. But like, I'll give you a perfect example. Yesterday, I had a fantastic discovery call with this lady. I mean, I really clicked with her, and I really like her mission. But when I gave her my pricing, she went, "Oh,
Oh,
can you come down?" I am sorry, no, because
Good for you.
I know. Yeah, I mean,
For
I typically
you.
work off a retainer. I do not do hourly work. And the reason I do that is
yeah,
because I know I have a high level of communication with my clients. I am close proximity with my clients. I want to
mhm.
talk to you. I want us to form a relationship, but that also takes time. And so you cannot clock that time.
No,
There is zero way to clock that. And so that's one reason I do a retainer. I mean, other reasons too. But she that was not for her. And so she wasn't for me, and I wasn't going to come down for it,
Well, how
even
did
though
that
I
end
liked
out of
her.
curiosity? Just kind of,
We had a great conversation, and she said, she would continue to think about it. She would let me know by Wednesday, because she does want me, but she just didn't know that that was really in her budget, which I completely
that happens.
understand.
Like my
Yeah,
budget has changed. You guys know
yeah,
that.
completely understand, but I can't take on
Yeah,
and lower it, you
absolutely.
know? So I do think you have to hold true to your boundaries
yes.
and you have to know what kind of people you like, you know,
And the
who
longer
is
I've
that
been in
person?
business, the better,
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
more
exactly. The longer
experience
you're in
that.
yeah,
business, the more you know. That's why I think I'm very extremely selective to,
yeah,
and I think that's fine. I
should be.
really think that you have to pick and choose who you want to work with. I
Well,
have
and let in
never,
your world.
right. I've never taken somebody that I thought, huh, this could be okay,
Right.
and gone through it and it gotten better.
Yeah, yeah.
Lesson
Yes,
learned. If you feel that, it's just make that decision right
I
there,
really,
right
I
there.
really stand by, like, I'm very good at reading people now, like on consultation calls, or even if they consider it like interviews on their side, I'm very good at reading
People
that
know.
person.
Yeah. Like I said, it just takes time. Well, so okay, so productivity or panic. I didn't see a ton of panic in there. I
No,
think what we talk
no.
Well,
about is
there's
really
panic,
what
but
everybody talks about. So, and it is. I think we all use that. They throw out the word burnout, but burnout, if we kind of broke it down today, would be your anxiety, would be your nervous system, would be your full body reaction, and that comes by the weight of what you have on you, what you bring on you, and what's forced on you. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah,
navigating all that. But that's how I would see the word burnout.
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think so too. I think that in it, and I think we take on so much and we do it to ourselves, and just
Yes,
Well, it
being
it's
also doesn't
good.
help us being people pleasers either.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those. That's you too. So
Yeah, that's me and
anyway.
Kira. We are like extreme people
I can't,
pleasers.
no, I'm not even going to pretend on that one. So, ladies, this has been lots of fun. We actually, we have our meeting tomorrow and it is about identity, self-identity,
I'm
meeting
excited
yourself,
for
getting
this one.
yourself. So,
Yes, it's gonna be a good one.
bit of this aligns. So I'm excited to kind of go and jump into that tomorrow with the ladies. So as always, it has been a pleasure. And as a quick reminder, we are Women Talk Fierce, 3 stages of life, motherhood, business, and a roller coaster of laugh, loud opinions. And it didn't turn into a true crime podcast today. We are all still
Nah,
living. We are not throwing anybody under the bus. Look at that. How's that? We're good today. So, anyways, been lots of fun. Nikki, you want to tell everybody where they can find us?
you can find us at womentalkfierce.com, or you can find us on really any social media platform.
And Kira, where can they find our podcast?
They can find it Spotify, Apple, YouTube. If you are on
Yeah.
Spotify right now listening to this, you can go find it on YouTube and see our beautiful faces. Or if you're
Yes.
on YouTube and you rather listen to it in the car and not watch our beautiful faces, you can head on over to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, pretty much any platform available.
Ta-da. Well, again, thank you, ladies.
Yes.
This was amazing. Have a great week, and we will catch you next week.
See you next
Bye.
week.